Yep, I'm J Balvin it. Yep. I'm J Balvin it, brothers. Hey everyone. Having a happy Sunday. I'm streaming here for an important event. This is my last week in Minnesota. That's right, as of like next week, I'm gone. So this is my last stream in this house, last stream in this state, before I'm a Florida man. And I'm streaming tonight because I need to talk about something that's going down. And Mark's in the chat, so he knows what I'm talking about. We're talking about Cloudflare tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We're talking about Kiwi farms. But yes, getting out of the way first, I'm moving to Florida in a little bit. So, goodbye, Minnesota man. No more cold winters, no more Somalians. Hello, being stabbed by a Mexican and having meth everywhere. But I'm already used to the meth. But yes, hello everyone, having a good night. Having a great night. But I'm streaming tonight for an important reason. You can see that the title of the stream, you can see it right down there, the Kiwi Farm stream. Now, why am I talking about Kiwi farms? Despite many people's claims, I am not an active user of Kiwi farms. I've gone on there maybe like 5 or 10 times since my account's been created. I have an active thread on there. Full disclosure, there's a thread about me on the site. Yeah, Florida me. Yeah. Oh, do we have anal vape in the chat? We got anal vape in the chat. Yeah, anal vape. Yes. I don't know if I'll do a chat shout-outs. I'll look at the chat as we go. But yeah, Mark recently talked about Kiwi Farm and Nolan Hot Wheels' copy paste podcast. Oh, I didn't know Mark went on Hot Wheels podcasts. That's so he probably repeat whatever pretty close what he said would be my guess. But yeah, I wanted to talk about the Kiwi farms because some shit's going down this last week. People are protesting outside Cloudflare. Keffel's transsexual is protesting outside of Cloudflare. Not supportive of that person, and I don't hope they're gonna win. But this is the second time they've been trying to deplatform, and it's also the first time. This is the second time Cloudflare has been pressured to take down Kiwi farms. And I'm doing this because, as an old fag, and as Mark will know, this is very similar to what happened with 8chan. And it involves a lot of the same people. Shockingly, Josh was involved with 8chan. I guess Hot Wheels was involved now too. Motherfucking Cloudflare is involved. It's the same pattern. It's history repeating itself. So for all you new fags who aren't aware of what happened, I'm going to give you a history lesson. But the same yes. Same things. I'm going to give you guys a little history lesson essentially here. I was reading the chat. And if you don't have a wrench, I will wrench you. Everyone has a wrench, so no one has a wrench. It's key, unless you're a woman. We're going back. This is all history lesson. History lesson for all you little fucking Kiwi Farms kiddies who don't remember what happened with 8chan, which only happened, like, what, fucking 2 years ago? It was 2 years ago or something. No, 3 years ago now. Right? We're 3 years ago. And a lot of people talking about shit. Who the motherfuck goes back? And it's all, of course, it all goes back to Gamergate, where it really begins. But yeah, Mark's saying in the chat, everything should be allowed on the internet, and I don't disagree. But here's the deal, Mark, and here's something we are gonna have to learn. What's the lesson learned from 8chan? Right? So forgive everyone a history lesson. 3 years ago, there was shootings. People blamed 8chan. 8chan got their Cloudflare DNS protection pulled. Whooped out. They get their bare server stats exposed. What's really gets fucked up is their uplink server was then protested. They got their uplink server, so not even just their server, which Jim owned, but what the server uses to connect to the internet, basically their internet provider for the server, that got pulled from them as well, which I think is bullshit and shouldn't have been allowed. But it happened, and that's how far people are willing to go. And unless you have Cloudflare protection, shit, DNS protection, protecting your fucking servers and protecting you from people from getting that info, you're probably fucked. If the next person who fucks with their mod powers is getting fucked, let me tell you. Anyways, yeah, so similar situation. It hasn't happened yet, but we're in early stages, right? The big watershed was obviously Christchurch, but in fact, 8chan continued on for months after Christchurch. It wasn't until after that, when there were multiple there was the Walmart shooting in Mexico. Watkins just needs more computer. It wasn't until after the shootings at the Walmart a couple months later that 8chan finally got pulled off of Cloudflare. So Cloudflare took some time to do it. I consider Keffel's shit not to be Christchurch level shit. Obviously it is not. The SNES guy, who, by the way, was bullshit. The guy never killed himself. It was all a lie. Kiwi Farms had nothing. He never committed suicide. It was proven. But that was strike one. The Chris Chan stuff got people really interested in and really popular. Chris Chan fucking his mom is the equivalent of the Trump election for 8chan. That's the equivalent of Kiwi Farms, and it drove a ton of traffic to the site, drove a ton of new people, got a lot of interest in the site, and now we're having scandals similar to what happened to 8chan, except it's happening on a more expedited fucking. It's happening on an expedited level, right, where shit's happening quicker. Yeah, Mark says he blames Jim a ton, but it's a fault of multiple people. Well, the reality is, I blame Jim too, but the reality is Jim attempted to get the site up right away with Bit Mitigate or whatever, but what ended up happening is they went after their uplink, which is something that Jim doesn't have control over, no one's got control over, so that's something that's beyond anyone's control, right? Josh should hire me to mod. I'm not modding Kiwi Farms, bros. I'm not doing it. But here's what's happening, okay? And there's some clear, so it's the same pattern, right? You get a big attraction, a big thing that brings people onto the site. Then you have controversies which make the site look really fucking bad and make people want to get rid of the site. And then eventually, the site goes away. 8chan is gone. I mean, 8kun exists, I guess, but it's fucking a mess. It's a disaster, and the community that was 8chan is gone. And that's probably the fate of Kiwi Farms at this rate. There are clear differences, though, between 8chan and Kiwi Farms, which put Kiwi Farms in a different, unique position. The first difference is that Kiwi Farms is inherently not a full free speech site, like 8chan was. Kiwi Farms is a curated site, plain and simple. When I created my Kiwi Farms account and made my first post, the moderator had to approve it and vet it. The Kiwi Farms, Josh probably has free speech beliefs and he believes that all speech should be allowed, but the Kiwi Farms, what's discussed on there is curated and decided upon. And that's a fact. Look at that sweaty pill. Yeah, I just been moving a lot. Hey, Coon. Caffles will not take down the farm. Okay, SpaghettiO's getting demodded. I don't know who the fuck. I'm having to demod you, my man. Sorry. You're abusing your power too much. But yeah, I don't believe Keffels is... I don't think this is the thing that takes Kiwi Farms down. Absolutely not. I don't think that they're going to bend. I know there's a lot of fucking, there's a lot of fucking talk going around in the media right now about it, and there's a lot of shit stirring and like crying about it. But 8chan was autistic about your grammar. That's true. However, you didn't have to create an account to post on 8chan. You had to create an account on Kiwi Farms. And from everything I've seen about Kiwi Farms, it is a very open site about certain topics, but it is, for all intents and purposes, a curated platform. More so than even something like Twitter, where like you're allowed to create an account and post whatever you want. There's very guided discussion, and there's very allowed topics and not allowed topics. It is a curated forum. It is not a free-for-all shit show like 8chan was. This has pros and cons, and has different problems, which will come up later on in the fucking lifespan of the site. But it also gives Josh a unique opportunity to steer the ship in a way that avoids the problems that 8chan had, and to avoid a lot of the controversies. Because one of the things I thought that fucked 8chan up obviously poll was the main reason that a lot of the fucking controversies happened on 8chan. Some of that was because of the election shit, some of that was fucking whatever. A lot of that, though, is how poll was run on 8chan was very also not free speech. It was very fucking controlling and utilitarian, and was very, very much a pro-Nazi hug box. Which, you know, some people like, some people don't like, but it was not an open fucking political forum. It was a very much a guided, corrected political forum, and it was guided towards shit that got the site in trouble. And as a site moderator, as someone who does this shit myself, right? At some point, you are controlling the ship. Josh right now is controlling the Kiwi Farms ship, and he's deciding what the site is, does, and discusses, and what the topics they like to talk about are. When I Am Comfy was in charge of poll, he decided and encouraged shit like talking about shootings. That's a fact, you know? Like, he's the guy who was encouraging what I would consider to be Fed posting. Right, he was encouraging it, allowing it, and pushing it. Tasty Beats must. This filter. Yeah, this is a fact. Okay, sorry, I'm having to like go over and fix the chat. Maybe I should have someone do. Maybe I should just de-wrench everyone, right? That site was doing stuff that was gonna fucking get people going after it. Now, what was being discussed in 8chan, I don't think was illegal. I think you should be allowed to discuss it online. I think every single thing should be allowed to discuss online as long as it's legal. You know, I'm of that opinion. I think if there should be a website for people to discuss anything that is legal. Obviously not pedophilia. Obviously not like shit like that that's illegal. That shit should not be allowed to be discussed online. That shit should be banned. But anything legal content-wise, even if it's like extremist political stuff, that shit should be allowed to be discussed on all sides of the spectrum. That's what I genuinely believe, and there should be sites for everything. Now, as a website owner, I don't allow everything because I know not everything is fucking allowed on a lot of these fucking websites. And there are shit you talk about that will get you in trouble, that will put you on fucking lists, that will get people coming after you, and that will get your fucking site shut down. And at some point, poll on 8chan became a space where it was driving people to talking about shit that got the site shut down. Now, Kiwi Farms is at a fucking interesting point in its history. Now, full disclosure, my docs is on Kiwi Farms. It's wrong. The address is wrong. I think my name and my birthday are right, but my address is fucking wrong, and I told people it's wrong, and I feel bad because it's some fucking person's address I don't know. It's a bit weird, but I'm moving anyways, so you have to start on my new docs. I'm moving to Florida, so find my address in Florida now, okay? Good luck. I also don't care too much if my docs is out there. I'm aware of what being on this side of the internet is. I'm okay with it. Personally, my name and like some of my even like my fucking social media and stuff, if it's fucking on there, I'm subjecting myself to that by posting these kind of YouTube videos. It's okay. That being said, holding doxes long term. This is why I think Cow is it's obscure enough and small enough that it can get away with hosting doxes and not causing trouble, right? Problem with Kiwi Farms it's going to run into, hosting doxes of people, especially certain kinds of people, is going to eventually get the site shut down. Whether that's good or bad, I don't know. Maybe they should be allowed to host dogs. Maybe they shouldn't be allowed. But eventually, it's going to get the site shut down. If someone's going to fucking like commit suicide, or there's going to be a serious swatting where someone gets killed, right, and the information was posted on Kiwi Farms, and it's going to get the site shut down, regardless of Josh did anything illegal or wrong or not, regardless of whatever, it'll fucking put pressure on Cloudflare to take him off. Right, because like what happened on 8chan, right? Christchurch was not originally an 8chan posted thing. It was posted on the stream was live streamed to Facebook and it was posted on Instagram first. But because he also posted it to 8chan, despite Jim, for all intents and purposes, not committing any crimes, despite that situation and all the shooting situations, like they didn't cause the shootings, they didn't do anything, but they allowed the stuff to be discussed, and they created a breeding ground where that stuff was posted frequently. The site got fucked. So how do you avoid that? Josh is at an impasse. He's discussing right now whether to allow doxes. And, you know, what is the answer to this? Should they be allowed? Should they not be allowed? Been watching that. Goodkin said the 3-in-1 shampoo body wash conditioner. Big ups. Who cares if someone dies? Someone says, if you want to have a nihilist attitude and not care if someone dies, that's fine. I care about your site being allowed to continue, right? If people die, people kill themselves a lot. Honestly, if you kill yourself, that's your choice. It's no one's fault but your own. Despite what people say about pressure, there's a lot of people who are under a lot of fucking pressure who don't kill themselves. They're under a lot of torment. They're under a lot of harassment. Now, if you get killed by a swatting, that's a different thing, and that's fucking basically indirect murder. But fuck. My point with this is this, okay? I'm not saying whether it's good or bad that Josh has doxes on the site, but it's clear that's what fucking Keffels wants. They want their docs taken down, and they're going to extreme measures to get their docs taken down, okay? And at some point you have to say, what's the purpose of the site? Is having doxes on the site good or bad? We have to step back, okay? Because in the world of free speech, yes, if you allow your personal information to be found, then yes, people legally can repost it online. There's something legally having that shit out there. Most of the time it's your fault for having it. It's stuff accessible by people, it's part of having an online career that shit's gonna get out there. Celebrities have their personal information leaked and posted online. It is what it is. However, this is not about whether doxes are okay or good, because a site like Cow, I think, can host doxes, and partly because of the way image boards works, where stuff eventually goes off. It's not a permanent shit. It's part of that fucking thing. It's an obscure site. It's on the edge. It's on the fringe. They got fucking tons of backup servers. Kiwi Farms is a site. It's supposed to be a permanent forum. It's supposed to aggregate information on lolcows, and doxes are some of that information. But in my mind, I see the future of this. I see doxes as being a security risk. I genuinely believe this. And this is not me trying to say, oh, my doc's on there, take it down. Because that's probably something you're thinking about. Something you who are watching this who aren't my fans, who don't get it. But straight up think about this, okay? I don't believe that Kiwi Farms is a full free speech site. It's a curated site. More so than even something like Twitter or Facebook. It's a curated, directed site where the stuff that's on there is approved of. Okay? So having stuff like that on the site, legally dubious shit. Not fucking crazy shit, but the stuff where it's people's personal information, this is where you get into some hot water. Because I know Josh is a free speech absolutist. I know he is. But he doesn't run his site like that. So you need to steer your ship. On my site, probably would not allow people to dox people on my site. I don't allow Fed posting. The general rule is don't post it on my site that will get us taken offline. And what gets you taken offline changes, and it's in flux all the time. So there's some hard decisions that need to be fucking made here. And I'm not saying what's right and wrong. I'm not trying to say you can't dox people or whatever, because I get it. It's part of being online like this shit. This is part of the fucking game on this side of the internet. But you need to decide what's fucking most important. That's all I'm saying. The Ralph, also fucking Ralph aligned with Keffels. You know what? Ralph aligned with a tranny. I'm officially off the Ralph Mail train. By the way, that was funny for a bit, but I'm not. I hate Ralph haters more. I hate the Ralph fucking A-log sphere way more than Ralph, but I don't like Ralph. He's just a fucking fuck the guy. He's gross. He's weird. I don't like him. I don't like any of this shit involved with him. Honestly, he's kind of a fucked up person. And you know what? Someone said it's not gonna be a long term moneymaker, and you know what? These sites never are designed to make money. My site will never make money, and it's not supposed to. Kiwi Farms is not designed to make money. It's designed it's because Josh likes it. Josh hosts a site because he enjoys it. It's part of a hobby, and he feels it's important that it's up. Right? So if Kiwi Farms was just his job and how he made his income, which I think it might be in some ways because of his fucking streams, but if Kiwi Farms is how you make your money, that's retarded. Kiwi Farms is up out of the goodness of the guy's heart and because he believes in it. That's why TV Chan is up and why I'm a piece of shit for not taking better care of it. But, you don't make money off of this shit. You just don't make money off of these kinds of websites, which is fine. There should be stuff like this can be a hobby and can just be for fun. And you can spend stuff for fun and to host people and to just have the goodness of your heart just because you enjoy it. right? But what is the purpose? Let's bring this up. Since we're talking about the direction of the site, what's the purpose of hosting doxes? What's the pros and cons of having them? The pros is having the doxes is keeping with the free speech principles. It won't piss off the people who are collecting them. There's a certain segment of the site that likes having them and likes collecting and likes knowing that information and using it, right? And it's a good way to keep lolcows in line, I guess, whatever. Cons of the site. Potentially gets the site taken down. Scares a lot of lolcows off. A lot of lolcows, when they get doxed, stop posting funny content, and the well dries up. It's a fact of life. When you post a dox, it scares a lot of people away. And they stop making content. The drama dries up once the doxes come out. Once the hard shit comes out. So that's the hard part. Because I understand wanting to host this shit because of your free speech beliefs. But on the other hand, your site's this Keffel shit will blow over. Mark my words, this shit is nothing. The site will survive this. Cloudflare's not going to bend. If they would have, they already would have. Like, the site would have already gone down by now if this shit was going to work, because they've been protesting for a while in person. Cloudflare would have buckled already. It's at the point now where it's like nothing's going to happen, frankly. But this is like the second in the line of shit like this, because it happened with the ZSNES person and it happened with this now. Eventually, something's going to happen if doxes keep being allowed on the site. Eventually, something's going to happen to get the site shut down. Just saying it. So, what's more important to the site of Kiwi Farms? Hosting people's doxes or the site staying up? This is not a decision that has to be made overnight, and it's not an easy decision either. But that's my take. That's what I had to say. And as someone who went through 8chan, went through poll, went through that shit, what would have been? I'm glad 8chan went down, because in the end it was better for me. Hosting my website makes me feel better than hosting the fucking 8chan board. The community kind of died, but it is what it is. I've moved on, and hopefully some of the last remnants of the TV community are on TVChan. So what really was the purpose? So when 8chan went down, what's the lesson to learn from that? To not repeat the mistakes. Obviously, don't fucking have a retard like Jim and Ron in charge of your tech. Don't get kicked out of Cloudflare if you can. And don't piss off the wrong people. For all intents and purposes, 8chan went down because of a fucking serious targeted attack by people like Sleeping Giants, like Hot Wheels, like a bunch of other people who kept at it for a long time and put pressure on the right people. Put pressure on people who will bend, right? Once Cloudflare went down, because Cloudflare didn't fucking go down after Christchurch, which was the big watershed one. Like, that's when they should have gone down, but they didn't. It wasn't until later when things didn't get fixed and things didn't get course corrected. You had a moment when Poll became a global board to course correct and not allow Fed posting shit and steer clear of Fed posting stuff, right? But they didn't course correct hard enough. And honestly, the writing was on the wall at that point, and they just didn't do enough to get rid of it and to stop it. Now, I don't think dox is nearly as bad as Fed posting, which Fed posting, by the way, is essentially posting shit like, I'm going to shoot up a school, I'm going to, kill this person, or let's all kill niggers or Jews or Muslims or Christians or whatever the fuck. Saying something that's essentially like going to make it look like you're a terrorist board or that you're encouraging shit like that. Even though that shit is technically legal to say, right? Fed posting is the kind of thing that will fuck you and destroy your site and get your site taken down. And honestly, hosting doxes is borderline Fed posting, in my opinion. Like, why the fuck does anyone need this information? Genuinely speaking, for the purposes of yeah, kill niggers. Yeah, I said the N-word. Please archive that. I've said it before. It's for the purposes of oh no, I'm fucked. It was for the purposes of a fucking thought experiment. No. And I'm sorry I'm not reading the chat. I'll go to the chat and open up calls in a second too once I'm done my soliloquy, once I'm done with my fucking monologue, okay? Which will stop in like a couple minutes. Genuinely, as someone like what's the purpose of having Keffel's docs on there? How does having Keffel's docs make it easier and more funny to make fun of them online? I get you can fucking swap them and send them pizzas and stuff, right? And you can hold that over them, right? But what does actually having Keffel stocks allow you to do that allows you to enjoy the lolcow more or less? Now, controversially, and I'm going to play devil's advocate here, having some of like those zoophile doxes and like having like what's her called, the person who fucked over Christian, not fucked over, but the person who the hamster fucker or the hamster boiler, I don't even remember her name now. There's that lady who, that girl, having her information public, her private information allowed us to kick her out of her college and fucking bring consequences for doing some like genuinely fucked up stuff. And a lot of those zoophiles were brought to justice and, you know, whatever. Other hot take compared to that, though, that information being on Kiwi farms probably also makes a lot of the prosecution a lot harder, because you have to say, oh, well, my information was on Kiwi farms and not respectable, reputable sites, so the crime claims aren't as legitimate. So that's that. No, the farms aren't going down anytime soon, but at the same time, I can see this. You can see that if the more pressure you put on Cloudflare, the worse it's going to get, right? But genuinely, like, there are times when having the docs to people has helped, and like has helped them like stop some of the zoophiles, stop some of the crazy shit happening. There are benefits, yes, to having the doxes in those cases, those scenarios, but would it not have served better for if those private individuals can get that information to not just report to the police and let the police handle it? Does it need to be posted on the site? Can you not just say, I found their personal information and I reported them to the police? You know, would that not have achieved the same goal without having the information on the site and potentially also endangering the due process of the legal system? Other hot take there, but you know, that's a genuinely good point people will make about this, and there's not a good, that's my only counter argument is that, but that's a fair point. So, genuinely, and it's not because I want my docs off there. It's not. Because I don't care, and the docs is wrong, and I'm moving. So, I don't give a fuck. Also, fun game for you people who are on Kiwi's farms. I'm moving at the end of the month. So that's your deadline to find out where I live in St. Cloud, what my actual address is. You have all the information. You could fucking go through Google Street View and find the house I live at if you really cared. So deadline to fix the docs and get my actual address in St. Cloud, Minnesota. That's the end. That's the deadline to fucking get that. Otherwise, I'm in Florida, so useless. Anthony Fantano's divorce proceedings are available to the public. This is true. Stuff that's filed in the court that's available to the public. There's a lot of stuff that is public. There's a lot of stuff that isn't doxing. Having someone post your Facebook account on somewhere else is not doxing. I don't think that's doxing. If you leave your Facebook account public and people find, like, you know, your girlfriend or your mom or your dad off of that, that's your own retard fault for not privating your Facebook. You know, if you're going to be doing shit, that's just your own retard fault. I consider doxing address and most personal information about your family. I don't think there's any justification really for having, like, you know, like people's families. Like, if you want to have Keffels, like fucking Facebook, whatever, and like their real name. I also don't consider real names, if you have an online handle, I don't consider that to be doxing, honestly. If you have your like a name's a name. But, you know, if you want to put Keffel's real name, whatever, but listing Keffel's like fucking mom and dad and where they work and the phone number where they work, is that really fucking necessary to, you know, milking the lolcow that is Keffel's? Is it? Or do you just want to fucking do hate mob and, like, do, like, internet hate shit with them? Really? Like, what's the actual point? Having Facebook is gay. Maybe don't have a Facebook. I have a Facebook to connect to my family, but maybe don't have a Facebook. I posted where your mom lives and works. I bet you feel silly now. Uh-oh. People who post docs somewhere else, though, realistically, that's true. They would post a doc somewhere else, like Cal, like everywhere else. The question is, the docs will exist, right? For sure the docs will exist. The question is if you want to host that information on your site. It's a question Josh has to ask because it's going to get him into fucking hot water, potentially legally down the line. That's what I think. Not for the sake of the people being doxxed, not for the sake of the doxers, but for the sake of the site continuing to exist. Is allowing this shit good for the site? I think no. I think you need to steer your ship away from stuff that's legally dubious and steer it more towards making fun of people online in a funny, lighthearted manner and doing some milking, doing some lolcow shit, doing some fucking aggravating stuff, like trolling them, yeah. But not doing like the fuck with the real life stuff. If you want to collect information about like King Cobra, like where he's working, like the bar he goes to because, he's a fucking alcoholic, that's one thing. But like, that's what I think you need to do. You need to just, what's the purpose? It goes back to what's the purpose of the site? What is the purpose of the site? And what do you want to do? That's the thing with 8chan. 8chan, what was the purpose of poll? Poll should have been the purpose. The purpose of poll should have always been to discuss politics online in a free and open manner. But what it became was discussing right-wing politics only, and only if you supported Trump, and also killing all niggers. Which a lot of people have that opinion, and it can be funny to talk like that about stuff. But you need to have interjections, you need to have fucking debate, you need to have fucking not be a hug box. You can't create a hug box. And that's what happened with 8chan poll, and it's why the site got shut down. To this day, I maintain that. It's I Am Comfy's fault. It's the people who gave and allowed I Am Comfy to continue when people were fucking causing issues about it, which by extension, not only Josh, not only Jim, not only Ron, that's Josh's fault because at one time he was in charge of that shit too. I consider, because that when all these people held power while I Am Comfy was in charge, it was making these mistakes, which allowed the site to get shut down, which allowed a lot of this shit to be posted on the site. Hot Wheels, Josh, Ron, and Jim. All four of these people were in a position of power. They could have stopped I Am Comfy from allowing this shit to happen and creating the problem that was 8chan poll. But they didn't step in, and they didn't do anything. When he was fucking with the purpose of the site, and poll was too big of a board and too important of a board to the site to allow that kind of moderation, allow that kind of culture to continue. Someone in the chat, we got someone that says Kiwi Farm's purpose, in my opinion, is just like what Jim says: laugh at retards on the internet. But unlike Medicare, Josh always doxes and gay ops. Maybe if the purpose is to laugh at retards on the internet, then you don't need doxes on the site. If the purpose is to fuck with people in real life, then you do need doxes on the site. So what do you want the site to be about? What do you want the direction to be? What do you want to be allowed and not allowed? Decisions you got to make as a site owner, as a fucking moderator, as a fucking website owner, as a webmaster of one of the most popular forums on the internet. Let's give it credit. Of the forums, of the actual traditional internet forums that are left, Kiwi Farms maybe like the most popular, maybe like it's in the top 10 for sure of what would you consider a traditional internet forum, right? I don't run an internet forum, I run an image board. I think my phone was getting a call. Reading roles by Wings Trolls, taking things too seriously. No use to shut down boards like BMM and put up this a few shows. And that's the thing. If this was a pure free speech site, like 8chan was, I wouldn't be making this stream because it's like, well, this is the consequence, he's letting things be posted. But this is not a free speech site. It's a very fucking moderated and very directed site that already has an attempted, you have to fucking be vetted by the mods to post there. Right? It's not even like you can just sign up. It's not even like you have to sign up. You have to sign up, make an account, make a post, and then maybe the mods will let your post go through after they read and go through it. It's not. 4chan is heavily moderated. 4chan is heavily moderated, yes, but you can create a post and then it gets moderated after the fact. Kiwi Farms, by its nature, is a curated community. Right? 4chan is an image board. It's a different fucking beast. And 4chan's driven itself in a way, by the way, to where it is boring, in my opinion, but legal. TVChan, I think, is still interesting because of the way I've allowed shit posting, and I'm still allowing things that 4chan won't, but I'm not going to allow stuff that's going to get the site shut down. Cow has more freedom than Kiwi Farms. Cow does have more freedom than Kiwi Farms, but it's an image board, and it's run on a smaller site. It's way less popular, so it's allowed to do that kind of stuff. As you get bigger, you have to make more concessions as a website master. Otherwise, you can get targeted more. Someone says it's the internet. The forum has its own rules. If they break whatever law that might impede its existence, then it will fall. The fact that it has improved the way it operates is fine. But that's the thing. I'm of the opinion that the way they're operating will cause the site to fall, because it reminds me of what happened to 8chan. And I'm saying, if it can, the way the site's going, the direction it's going will eventually lead to the site no longer existing. So there needs to be a course correction. That's what I'm saying. Will it happen today? No. But will it happen within the next year? Probably. And if Josh makes changes, it won't happen the next year. If he doesn't, maybe it won't happen the next year. But genuinely, come back to me in a year or two from now. And where we'll be then, and we can talk then about what's good or bad. Who cares? That's true. Who cares? I care. That's what I'm doing the stream. I'm going to open up calls. I'll go into call-in line. I'll open up the call-in line first. If I don't get enough calls, I'll open up Discord too, because I don't know. I already missed 2 calls, it looks like. If you called already, call back, I'll pick up. 5 years at most, that's generous. I wouldn't even give it 5 years. I would give it maybe a year. I would say maybe at most 3 years. But the way the things are going, I say, I don't think this Keffel shit's big enough to take the site down, but you just need a couple more situations like this, and the site's gone. Let Foxstick die. Maybe so. Maybe so. But I still think that the kind of website Kiwi Farms is, it's unique now. At one time, I would say, yeah, fuck Foxstick. But a lot of the things that were like it are gone now. Like, 8chan Cow is gone. I mean, there's still new Cow on the web ring, which I like. But, I mean, it's fucking using LinksChan. It needs to get off fucking LinksChan. Because that website is, that fucking software is shit. But, Cow is okay, but there's not a lot like this site. There's not a lot equivalent. I guess there's lol Cow Farms, but then you have to be a woman. Crystal Cafe, but like the only ones that are left are like the female only spaces that do this. Like the open general things, like that's not really, doesn't exist much anymore. And by the way, Josh was bitching about people saying like, oh, don't talk bad if there's a woman on the site. Whoa. Bro, if you're posting on the internet and I know what your gender is, you're a retard. Like, I'm assuming everyone is a dude. I don't want to hear that you're a woman. Fact. Okay, just because you're a fucking simp for e-girls doesn't mean that we want to fucking accept that women, like, Q Forums is a forum, but it should not be a fucking attention whore forum where like there's like fucking like orbiters of like it's fucking a Discord where there's like a fucking central e-girl that all the fucking fat beta males orbit around. Like, fuck off. If there should be no option to have your fucking gender on Kiwi Farms. Like, fuck off. I don't want to know that if there's a girl posting on Kiwi Farms, fine, but I don't want to fucking know. Okay? It should be nameless face. I want to think everyone on Kiwi Farms is a fat fucking ugly loser. That's what I want to think, because that's true, more than likely. And if there's a woman, I don't want to see him. I don't care. I don't care that, genuinely, we don't fucking need to know. It should be mostly anonymous posters. Okay? The information should not be on there. Call-in line is open, by the way. If you'd like to call in, the number is right there. I will take calls. I'll read the chat, too. This is your best cringe yet. It's true. No girls allowed. Based. Just like me. The turf versus true thing makes it a bit more relevant. I guess I understand that, but I guess with the respect of what people... The thing is like, is this where we go to discuss why transsexuals are bad? Because then it's... I understand that. That's a fair point. But then again, like, maybe that shit should go stay on fucking Crystal. Maybe they have their fucking own site called lolcow.farms where everyone's a woman, so they can just post there, right? Like, come on, you should be able to say that shit without going to rely on your gender, right? That's bullshit. I agree with you, 100% cool. You're very wise. Thanks. We have a call.
Call from
Fat Faggot.
To accept, press 1.
Hello, Fat Faggot. You're on the air.
Hey, what's up, fat faggot? So basically, I think pretty much everything you're saying is totally on the money, and I think Kiwi Farms as a community is totally beyond repair. And I think that the echo chamber nature of the site right now is so bad that it's rendered the site totally unusable. I mean, if you don't toe the line to every opinion that Josh gives in his weekly shitty, boring fucking streams, you get, whatever, shit canned or whatever.
Well, and that's very similar, by the way, since we're going back, it's similar to how fucking I Am Campy operated on fucking HM Poll. Which is what absolutely is. Which is what got that site fucked up. At least like HNA people say is like the opposite, which is like that's heavily over moderate. But that was like over moderate in that you had to like grammatically post correctly. There was like very strict rules, but they were announced and you knew what the rules were. Whereas with I Am Comfy, and I'm assuming that's what you're saying with Josh, like the rules aren't known. They're just a general vibe that if you go against the community, you're gone. Right? There's not like it's not like you have to follow.
That's pretty much it.
You don't have to follow like the strict posting guidelines, whatever. It's all just like vague rule bullshit, which I don't fucking like that shit. I mean, I do that sometimes on my site, but it's not fucking good.
Yeah, but it's similar to the Comfy stuff. I mean, it's so much. I don't know anything about A. I was never on A. But the Comfy stuff was just so much more egregious that I think it got people's attention a lot. People, as in the right people to get shit shut down, attention. Yeah. But it's a similar dynamic with basically repeating what you think the people in charge want to say, and then people will give you your updates, and you'll get your dopamine hit. And I mean that's really what it is. And I really think that Josh becoming like a weird cult of personality daddy guy who's like taking super chats and shit like Daddy Jim, I think that is seriously damaging the site as a whole. I think it's mostly a forum for people to repeat fucking Josh's talking points. I don't know. That's what I gotta say. I think it's shit, and I hope it gets taken down. To be honest with you,
that's fair.
This stuff. I think this stuff does better to operate in like obscurity, and when I think Josh is hosting these doxes permanently, and like people have pointed out, like doxing random people in like Keffels' chat and shit just to be a vindictive cool guy, so you can look cool. You're I'm a cool old 4chan guy, because I dox random people in the chat, and it's like, no, it's gay, and it just makes everyone look bad. And I don't know. That's all I got to say. But that's it.
Well, thanks for the call. I appreciate it. You have a good night, man.
Good thing. You too.
Bye. I'm glad someone who actually used the site called in, because I don't actually know that much about Kiwi Farms culture, but it's just from surface level what I'm observing, how it's similar to 8chan. I'm glad someone who called in who actually had a better take. That was a good thank you call. That was fucking great. As someone who is, by the way, internet. Oh, we have a fucking another phone call. We'll take this.
Call from
TBC.
To accept, press 1.
Hello, you're on the air, my good friend Rest.
Hello. This is Patrick Nelson, the hooligan.
Yes, this is Patrick Nelson, who lives in St. Cloud, Minnesota.
Who lives in St. Cloud, Minnesota. Who was an actress in St. Cloud, Minnesota that you posted on Kiwi Farms. What's happening, homie? How you doing, man?
Good. Actually, they posted the wrong address on Kiwi Farms. I thought that was funny. I actually posted because I feel bad. I feel awful because they posted some rando's address, which isn't mine. So I'm worried if someone tries to swat me, they're going to swat someone I don't know. Yeah, which is fucking would make me...
Some poor little babushka. Oh, I have my...
Some fucking old granny's like,
hello? Get SWAT man rolls up. Yeah, exactly, dude.
Oh, that'd be awful. Amazing. That'd be really awful. I feel like I actually really
shouts to the homies who are watching right now. I don't say names, but the homies who are watching, cheers to the homies who are watching. Like you know, Suwu. You could. Yep. Yeah. Sorry. Did you just start the stream? I kind of came in.
I've been streaming for like 45 minutes. Basically, I was just talking about how this Keffels shit with Kiwi Farms reminds me a lot of what happened with 8chan when it shut down. I'm a bit worried that Kiwi Farms is going to go the route of 8chan in the next year or two.
This so shocks me. Joshua Connor Null Moon, the guy who the guy can't possibly understand. Whoa, feds on my board? Hold up, feds on my board? I couldn't possibly believe it. Meanwhile, the biggest sites for tracking like the feds on my board. It just seems like something that somebody would say who is like totally fucking either obviated from like any sort of reality about how like internet paradigms work. Like specifically with 8chan, right? I think that's like a really good example because like 8chan was definitely a thing where like Polo's astroturf for a minute before like they used Christchurch to BTFO dub.
Yeah.
Right? Like, yeah. So it's one of those things where, like, you would think Josh, a guy who worked on fucking 8chan's back end with the pig farmer, Jim the pig farmer, right? Like, would be able to
learn the history more. But the problem I have is that Josh was in control of this shit at some point. Stuff with I Am Comfy was going bad while Josh was in control, like, who had boards and shit. He was in a position of power while the stuff with I Am Comfy was going on, and he didn't act, right? So he was in this position to stop 8chan from being shut down, honestly, and he didn't fucking do enough to do that.
Yeah. This totally shocks me. This totally shocks me.
Before we go on, I just want to say, someone says the homies, lol, we all have no versus no friends. Bullshit. I am Rist's friend. So he has at least one friend, which is me. So fuck you, you piece of shit. I'm his friend.
Shout out to the chat. No, I respect whoever said that. God, sorry, I'm gonna bring up the chat. Sorry, I haven't brought up the chat. I feel ashamed to even have dabbing. Like I feel ashamed to even. Sorry, I have like the 40-second fucking delay.
But yeah, no, that's what I've been streaming about all night. Was just I just felt like I saw this stuff with Kaplan's like this reminds me too much. It's giving me fucking flashbacks. At least I'm not involved in Kiwi farms like fucking thing like I was involved with 8chan. Right.
I can't also see the YouTube chat, which is kind of like a little fucking disturbing. I don't know what's going on.
I see the YouTube chat fine. It's probably your fucking browser shit, man. Honestly.
Yeah, it's probably my browser. Sorry for the chat. Like honest to God, sorry for the chat. I love responding to you guys.
Yeah, Hot Wheels also like to pretend like he wasn't involved with that. Like Hot Wheels wasn't fucking directly responsible for a lot of the shit that went down with 8chan. Like, you know, I mean, Hot Wheels fucking allowed like actual pedo boards on the site. Like Hot Wheels has got a bad history.
Yeah, I get Hot Wheels, the fucking mega fur fag, like crippled, like fucking, frankly, Satanist, right? like permitted things that let him and his like
whatever. I mean, I just don't have goodwill towards Hot Wheels. I just don't. I don't think he did. A lot of the shit's his fault for allowing the stuff to be set up like it was, and especially, I mean, he was in charge too when I Am Comfy was running rampant on pole, like and doing this shit. Like he was fucking. It's partly his fault. It's partly everyone's fault. I don't blame everyone for like the shootings that happened, but the site went down and like the shit got as bad as it did because.
Well, the shootings didn't bring the site down. I mean, that's the big thing, right? Like the Facebook, like the Doom edits came from all the Facebook videos that the guy posted way before they caught fire in 8chan, right? And then like the Polygon, like the Cathedral, effectively the present gay regime, GAE regime, right? Like basically like was like, hell nah. We gotta we gotta stop this kind of shit.
Yeah,
it was the casus belli to effectively like eradicate like a very valuable source. I mean, they have been, but like the problem with 8chan was that it was so decentralized, right, in terms of making your own boards that like they couldn't actually really shill infiltrate it, even if they did shill infiltrate it in a massive sort of way, right? Because I think a lot of people were sort of drawn to the boards that were. I remember like 8chan Lit where 8chan Lit interviewed Don Jolly in like 2019. Like it was an AMA like sort of text interview. I kind of bring that up like to just sort of make an example of like there was definitely very valuable nuggets.
Well, there were parts of 8chan that were. I mean, as someone who was on 8chan, I loved 8chan because they were great fucking boards that were unique and different from 4chan.
Yeah.
8chan TV was not the same as 4chan TV. We had our own fucking culture. 8chanB was not fucking 4chanB. It had its own culture, its own way of doing things. There were boards on that site that didn't exist. Cow comes from fucking 8chan originally. You know, fucking like there was
as a descendant of Boff, as a descendant of a whole bunch of things.
Right. But like but fucking Woo on 8chan was different than Woo on anywhere else. It was different than 420chan Woo or like fucking 4chan ASP. There are fucking good boards out there, right, that were great, and it's very sad that the site went down because there was great fucking communities on there that were lost to the wind, and they just never recovered. Yeah. And my site, as good as much as I tried to, it's not gonna ever be the same. Fringe was excellent. People were saying Fringe was good. Like, there's good shit that was on there, But
no, absolutely.
But the reason I'm doing this stream,
yeah.
we can HM promote them all we want. The problem is that I think Kiwi Farms as a site, as a concept, as like one of the last popular internet forums. It's like a true traditional internet forum. I would actually be very sad if it went down because like the culture on the site.
So yeah, but Josh, Josh is like rid me of this meddlesome priestess himself in the mirror, right? He's doing the Bishop of Canterbury shit. Like, but with himself as the priest of the mirror, which is fucking insane to me. It's so fucking crazy that you would suspect that you being in Siberia. I don't know. I don't know. It's like if I were to have the assets of the present regime that is aligned against Juice, right? Like Joshua Khan and Null Moon, the fucking Shotokan, in the respect that it is aligned against him, and not be able to understand that, like, oh hell no, I have to like severely insulate myself. I have to like. I have to go, or I have to take the paradigm of how I like operate my server to a perspective where people can't just effortlessly like get into it, and then I also have to purge myself of like entryists from the regime, which are in his farm, dude. Like I mean, like.
Well, here's the deal. Here's the whole point of what I was trying to say with the stream. Okay, because the way I see it, the fucking site is going down a path that's gonna get the fucking site. Like the way like the culture of the site is evolving, it's very hugboxy. It reminds me a lot of HM Poll. And
yeah, but shills are also infiltrating the board. Like I think shills are. I think that's a big thing, right?
Fair,
like,
that's fair.
Like it became hugboxy because the shills infiltrated the board. I just want to make that clear. Yeah, sorry. Go ahead. My bad. Yeah, go ahead.
My whole point of this was that I think that allowing doxes there's more cons than there are pros at this point. I think that they should probably get rid of allowing doxes on the site because it's just going to leave themselves open to way too much fucking legal issues. They're going to get themselves fucking taken off of Cloudflare eventually. And the pros of having them up there.
But why does Josh allow doxes? Josh allows doxes because, oh my god, wow, Gothic King Cobra, the alt-right terror troll, was killed by a random Antifa mob, quote unquote, right? Like that's sort of like the reason the site is permitted to exist is because it's an information like sinkhole / a value add to anybody who is able to like get into the shit and kind of like speak the shibboleths of the people who are already there, right? Like all the cow stuff. Like it's funny to laugh at people who are like retarded on the internet, right? I don't know why you have to know the bank account information. Shouts to the king of hate, Philip Burnell.
Yeah,
like in that respect, right? Like why do you have to know that unless you want to kill someone or fuck with their life in such a way where they're effectively dead?
Right, and so the purpose of the site is. So the question, because I don't believe that Kiwi Farms is a free speech site. I think it's if it was, it'd be a different conversation.
I mean, it obviously isn't.
It's a fucking curated. It's a curated. He doesn't talk to Josh. Brian. Who's fucking Brian? Anyways, hi SMG. Yes, Bailey is back. I know. I hate it. I'm not watching. I'm not watching.
Bailey poster. We love the Bailey poster. We love all the waifu wars that occur on.
That's what's up. That's what's up. But the point I think is the
sure.
What's the focus of the site be? Should it be to laugh at retards online and collect funny stuff that they did, or should it be is it to like fuck with people's lives? Right? One of those purposes will get the site shut down eventually. One of them will allow the site to continue for probably in perpetuity. And they need to fucking shift away from like allowing these kind of fucking like life fuck up people because I think it fucks with the lolcows. It makes stuff less fun, makes stuff less funny, and there's no purpose. And it's putting the site in hot water.
But Kahul, I think you're operating under a normalcy bias which doesn't exist, right? Like I think the reason Kiwi Farms is allowed to be extant is because it's like most locales are quote unquote dissidents to whoever.
Sure.
Right? There's like an informant aggregate component, and you could have someone who's an enemy combatant, like quote unquote.
Right, but you gotta understand, I'm talking in the grand scheme of things, like why, like comparing it to fucking HN. Like, I'm not talking like we talking like grand scheme, like yeah, but like you don't have it's whatever.
I mean, but I think that's pretty important. Sorry, I wish I could fucking see the chat. I'm gonna try to bring the chat up again. My apologies, chat. I love you guys. Like, I really love you guys. I want to fucking bring it up because I want to see what you guys are saying.
I can't give Spaghetti a wrench.
Oh, okay, I got it now.
He fucking started banning people, so I can't give him a wrench. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Risk, it's good to hear you, dude. I forgot how entertaining you were. Says Sacha. A bunch of people with wrenches. So, yeah, sorry. Esoteric Shaggyism. Fishman, 5678 Geo would get on his knees and praise Lord Josh, the savior of the internet. Probably Crunk Lord over Juice. Sorry, my apologies, Gahul. I don't want to make
think
this.
if Gio wants to call in, we should have Gio and you on the same call at the same time. That would be excellent. Right?
That motherfucker won't ever call in because I will say things that will get him.
You did not take it from Spaghettio. You fucking started banning people. It was
Spaghettio,
bad.
you took it. Limp says hi to the Pickle Man. Says Arizonian Ass Blaster. Yeah, the Pickle Man. By the way, also, just an FYI, thank you, Arizonian Ass Blaster. You go back to that stream. The Pickle Man says this 43-year-old kid. Oh, he doesn't say this to be fair, but like 43-year-old kids. What am I saying? His 43-year-old ass with his 12 to 13-year-old kids is so copacetic with being like, I love getting on a stream with flamenco.
Yeah,
I just like you go back to like the point where he scalps me. To be fair, I feel like that's the sort of peppercorn in my win of the war against that homie. But anyway, yeah.
Someone I got a message from someone on Discord. I haven't checked my Discord messages at all.
Bruh, you wished his kid would die. Look, bro, would you want your kid to look? To be fair, would you want your kid to die or get raped by a flamenco? I feel like there's probably
Anyways, I got a message from someone saying that I misunderstood something about Kiwi Farms. It was never a good site, and there's a reason people like Cal make fun of it. I would not know enough about Kiwi Farms to know if it was ever a good site or not. Maybe it was never a good site. I just think the idea of a site like Kiwi Farms, I think, is important to exist. Right, I think a site similar to it should exist. Maybe we should focus. Maybe we should make Kiwi Farms great again.
If we were more educated,
Josh should just give the site to me, and I will fix it for you, motherfucker. How about you stop being a retard?
Yeah, Gahul. Yeah, Gahul who lives in St. Cloud, Minnesota, at an X address which can get Predator missiles. Oh, Josh, I'll fix your site.
Here's the deal. Okay, you transferred from someone called and said that Josh is an e-daddy who runs the site. I'm an e-daddy who runs the site. But the thing is, I still have people make fun of me on my site because that's the right thing to do. You should always allow people to make fun of you. You should never stop people from making fun of you and shutting them down. You should confront your haters. Don't just ignore the haters. Confront them.
It's about drive. It's about
constantly. Power. I'm talking about use that.
We stay hungry.
You don't think I fucking see your comments making fun of me, calling me fat and ugly? You think I don't see it? I do see it, and I don't fucking like it. It makes me mad. It makes me fucking upset. So fuck you. Go fucking die in a fucking hole.
Ogre Farms is coming soon. Ogre Farms is coming soon. The chat has said it.
I see it every day. You call me fat, you call me ugly, you make fun of me. I hear it, and you know what? I don't like it. Why don't you fucking face me like a man, you fucking piece of shit?
God, JR. What an immaculate promo cut by the hooligan. Who is Gahul's e-children? Like, literally, I should say everybody. Teach about people.
Who are my e-children? You guys are all my internet friends.
Yeah, everyone with the wrenches, the internet friends. You could stop and fight WH. Who's WH, Ghost and Niccolo? Just let me know. Warhammer. Oh, hell no.
By the way, I feel bad because I feel like I inadvertently called Warhammer a pedophile, but he did scream at those kids in that truck that he was going to fuck them and their mothers.
Yo, Warhammer is something else. I have no hatred in my heart against somebody who's like.
He was clearly just mad and fucking. It was kind of like a fucking moment with these fucking people on his lawn. So I'm not gonna hold that against him. I just thought it was funny. He uploaded.
Yeah.
Well, if you're my friend, say Bailey is your waifu. No, Bailey is not my waifu. I don't have a waifu. Also, I don't like it.
Inadvertently, know you directly called him a pedo dude. LOL says esoteric shaggyism.
I'm not saying whether he is or isn't a pedo. And the thing is, he fucking streamed at a kid that he was gonna fuck them and their mom in the truck. And I feel bad that makes me feel like I'm calling him a pedo. But he did upload a video himself where he said that, and that was the audio. I think he was having a crazy moment. I don't think the guy's actually a pedophile. I think he just
Warhammer seems like the kind of guy who's like
he was having a moment. He was having a moment, but he did upload a video where he said he was gonna fuck a kid on camera.
You lied about the audio too, bro. Says it's tech tagism. We have to engage.
I watched the video when it got uploaded. I know what I fucking heard. Maybe I wasn't 100% on the details, but I remember it enough to remember that. Okay. My waifu is Faye Valentine from Kabu, but I've renounced my waifus. I have no more waifus anymore.
Oh, What?
Why
Nani?
did I hang up on Stacks who liked you? Please go to random black gentleman in the street and proposition for sex. So, you guys want to see a clip from the upcoming Matt Jarbo documentary that I never fucking released because I'm a lazy piece of shit? Let me pull this up. This would be a great time to upload.
Why are you so lazy? Says the man who is also. Well, to be fair, I have
I'm
the pro
really
with him,
fucking
but,
lazy.
like,
I'm really
yeah,
lazy.
I mean, I'm not one to talk, brother. Calling SO Shaggy, says KSI Sniper. Like that would be pretty interesting. I think if
I'm not calling Shaggy. Let me pull up. Here's a clip.
No, esoteric Shaggyism. What
is that?
The Shaggy A-Log guy.
Oh, or I get another call. Can I take it? Oh, I'm gonna take it. Hold on.
Call from.
It's your boy!
To accept, press 1.
Hi, Mark.
Hello, how's everything?
Good, how are you?
Hey. So what's you going on about today?
I'm doing a stream on Kiwi Farms.
Yeah, boy.
What's up with you?
Not much just has been hanging out. So yeah, with Kiwi Farms, it's like, I don't really like them. I think they're a bunch of gays, but like, I think I'll defend them for the sake of just being, just because I don't want another 8chan situation to happen where they get kicked off the internet. I find that to be like the worst case scenario sort of shit.
Yeah, well, we don't want another 8chan scenario. I think the way to avoid that is to not recreate the conditions that allowed 8chan to happen, And I think they're doing that right now. They're recreating a lot of the conditions, you know what I'm saying?
Well, they're sure as hell trying. It really comes down to Josh having a backup plan in place. Because,
yeah.
Jim probably wasn't prepared because he's a fucking idiot. But, I just hope Josh has at least planned for this sort of thing to happen.
Well, hopefully they don't. Maybe I think the way to do it is just avoid something like this happening in the first place by not allowing that kind of shit to happen. Just avoiding this kind of shit and avoiding this stuff. But
well, yeah. I mean, really, it depends on the type of site he's trying to run. I mean, it's not for example, Kiwi Farms. I know it's all based around the whole cow shit and gossip and whatever. So it makes sense to sort of have that information out there.
Yeah.
So it's like he's got stuck in the middle of a rock and a hard place where it's either he has to get rid of the fucking doxing, harassment, whatever, or he has to succumb, or he has to violate his free speech principles, which is not something I don't.
Well, I don't think Kiwi Farms is a free speech site, personally. I think it's not the same as something like 8chan where it was very heavily free speech. I don't think 8chan Poll was. I think the problem with 8chan Poll wasn't that it was free speech, which is what a lot of people have. I think the problem with 8chan Poll was that it wasn't free speech and it was very controlled and targeted to be fed posting, which was the problem.
It's true. I mean, I'm surprised. Well, not surprised, but it's kind of revealing that Ron didn't change shit after he took over the board, he didn't really change anything about it.
Yeah.
Just to show how they're trying to profit off the political angles. And it's just, how annoying the whole situation. I mean, I love the 8chan stuff. It's why I even have founded my own 8chan spinoff, but
it's just what it is, man.
Fuck Jim and Ron. Yeah, exactly, yeah.
All right, well, thanks for calling in, Mark. I'll talk to you later, man, okay?
My pleasure, man. My pleasure. If you want to talk, about 8chan shit or whatever, feel free to give me a holler.
Okay, will do, man. Talk to you later, man.
All right, have a great one, man.
Yep, bye.
Bye.
Wrist, are you still there? Wrist? I hope I didn't lose him. Hello? Are you there? Hello, Wrist? I think I lost him. Oh well. Let's watch this clip. Here's a clip from yeah, I lost the guy. Well, feel free to call in if you like. Let's watch this clip I took from me in the upcoming documentary that will probably never come out at this point. But here's some stuff I filmed from Gunspiracy 2. 2 questions. Ma'am, do you think The Rock is a movie star?
Yes.
What would you...
He's a SMF, sexy motherfucker.
Well, there you have it.
With intoxicating eyes.
Well, there you go. What would you say if someone told you he wasn't a real movie star?
Well, he's got money in the bank, so he can do what he wants.
Yeah, yeah.
Here
Sorry,
first,
I'm
folks.
trying to watch it without like getting it in my.
grandfather drove bakery truck and boot.
There's the clip. So yeah, that's the clip. I have more clips of basically just that.
You need to put that shit together, dude. You need to like actually fucking get it out. Like, oh, again, to be fair, I'm not one to talk. I'm actually not one to talk.
Shaggy, also Shaggy, listen, I'm doing calls from my phone line right now. I can maybe do a Discord. I might jump into my Discord like server in a while. I'm sorry that I'm not picking up the phone. Like, I know you're calling me on Discord, but I can't have you talk to Discord while I have these phone lines open at the same time. It's very the audio doesn't work. I don't have it set up properly yet. So so I'm not doing Discord calls right now, but I might in like a minute. So just hold on, man. Okay, I might go into my call-in server, which I think you are in. So sorry.
Yeah, I'll hop into that too if you're down for that, Mr. Hooligan. Otherwise, I will probably like be productive attempting to do the thing that everybody wants me to do for my board. Right?
I've been streaming for years and I still haven't figured this out. You're right, I should figure it out, but I'm terrible with audio on tech. Yeah, I'll talk to you later.
Gahul is fat and big and fat. The big fat.
My Achilles heel with fucking video stuff is audio. I can't figure out audio stuff at all. I'm like terrible with it, but we'll get something worked out eventually. All right.
Creamstar says the Rock beats the Boulder.
I have a documentary of you interviewing random homeless people about The Rock. I do have, in fact, not just random homeless people, but many people, including parts of the internet, about The Rock. And there's some stories. I don't know if I want to spoil it, but I am fat. Yeah, I am fat, but I'm not as fat as I was. I've lost a lot of weight, but I need to lose more. I need to be in better shape. I need to bulk up in muscle. And
whole cartoon is whole, like, well and truly.
All right, I'm going to go into my call-in server, so I'll be over there. So I'm going to stop doing phone calls for now.
Well, yeah. Pull me into that. Like I'm down to, like, talk spicy.
I'll talk to you there.
All right.
Bye.
All right, see you there.
All right, we're going off of phone lines. We are going to Discord call. Again, the Discord invite link is in the description. So, if you want it, it should. If you go in the description, there's a Discord invite link. Oh, I gotta get this fucking thing copied over. Yeah, Discord. People don't like Discord, and I get it, but some people do. Just gotta deal with it, you know. That's the call-on place. Hello, you're on the air with me. You're live right now. If it's Shaggy, I'll flip. We'll give Shaggy the server. There we go.
Hello. Hello. Can people hear me?
Yeah, they can hear you. We're here in the Discord.
All right, cool.
Shaggy, join
Shalom.
the.
Yeah. Shalom, other homie in here. I'm not gonna give out your username.
Yeah, okay.
It's Shaggy.
What's up, Shaggy?
What's up, Shaggy? How you doing, buddy?
I'm
Hey,
5'9", I look 5'9",
260.
260. I am 5'9", 195 last I weighed in, but that was a couple weeks ago. I might be back up over 200 now. Just being honest, I'm not doing.
Saddle says Gahul wants to fuck men.
Not true.
Is there any sort of repost to this? Oh, okay. all right.
Keffels is bad example. He's grooming children and sending them. He deserves to be fucked with. I don't disagree. Keffels does deserve to be fucked with. The question is hosting doxes at all good for the site if it's going to get the site taken down? I don't know.
No is hosting doxes to provide providence to the niggers like Keffels, right? Like, that's sort of the big thing, right? Like, the fucking sodomites like Keffels, right? Like, that's sort of the... I feel like we should cut through the bullshit and, like, not pretend that, like, Null's forum is not used by a whole bunch of, like, snow... like, locale.farm/snow users, right? Like, people who are, like, progressives in every sense of the word, right? Like, who are engaged in Byzantine defection. In that sort of sense. That's why it's allowed to be kept online. Shaggy is gone. Hello, Shaggy, you're back?
Yeah.
We can't hear you still.
Hey,
Hi, there we go.
Shaggy and Wrist in one call. What a fucking time. What's up, guys?
Okay.
Yeah, no. I mean, we. Yeah.
Remind me, the government took down 8chan or some gay shit, right?
Yes. Well, the quote-unquote the government being the semi-autonomous private arm of...
Well, I mean, Risk, can I tell him the actual history? Can I tell him the actual history? So, Shaggy, what happened?
No, I don't need it in detail.
Why would you say it like that? Yes, go whole, speak your truth, buddy.
Hello. We're not going to full detail.
The thing I wanted to point out is that the thing I wanted to point out, I'm just going to make my point real quick, is that the reason I stopped reading the Kiwi Farms thread, and I'm a total attention whore. Typically, if people are talking about me, unless they're total fucking losers on like the level of Chauncey and Warhammer, I don't fucking get into it. I don't fucking touch that shit with a 10-foot pole. If people are fucking talking about me who matter, I'll fucking pay attention. But you've got to at least
but Shaggy, who matters,
right?
Fucking... Shaggy, who matters?
Anyone with a functional brain, and I mean that it doesn't take much to matter. It really doesn't. Basically, you have to not be the homeless dude who's like on crack jacking off in public while typing into his phone. Because I get the impression that that's who we're dealing with a lot of the times here, is a bunch of like low-level schizophrenics. And the thing about Kiwi Farms is, if you can't hold my attention, that's a bad sign, right? Like I said, I'm pretty much an attention whore. So if I'm ignoring your shit and you're talking about me obsessively, it's not good. It means that I care more about what the local people at the shelter have to say than you. That means the local homeless people at the shelter are more interesting by leagues than you. Now, these people on Kiwi Farms, when I stopped
the chat, sorry, Shaggy, to just sort of have a sidebar here. The chat is giving indication that Sargon has won.
I don't care what the chat has to say. I do not give a fuck.
Why not?
Shaggy,
the chat is
Shaggy, I'm going to rein you in quick. I'm just going to... Shaggy, give me a second to say it. No, I got a point to make. Just give me 1 second. I'll let you keep going in a second. Shaggy, chat... you keep saying if someone wants on, the link to the Discord server is in the description. They can call in right now and they can talk to Shaggy. If someone wants to talk to people, that's fair. If you want to spark up, that's fine. And I want to go back. You asked a question. I want to answer it.
But I do want to make this.
I'd like to answer your question about 8chan. Let's go into the history. So, it'll be just a minute, just a minute. It'll just be a minute. Shaggy, it'll just be a minute. I just want to make sure you understand.
No. I'm going through it artistically, and I just don't give a shit.
It'll just be 1 minute. It's gonna be 1 minute, but you won't let me. Shut up, Shaggy. You gotta let me go. You gotta let me go, Shaggy. Shaggy.
Goddamn terrible.
Shaggy, it's not about caring. It's about.
I'm gonna bail. Bail. If you're gonna be that autistic, I'm gonna
Shaggy, it's my stream. I just wanted. You asked a question. I want to make sure you understand what we're talking about with the stream.
You need to understand you're talking to someone who doesn't give a shit. If you try to
Shaggy, I know you don't give a shit. I know you don't give a shit. I'm trying to make you give a shit. I'm trying to explain to you in a way. It would literally take exactly 1 minute, 1 fucking second of your time. That's all I'm saying. Just give me a second without interrupting me, okay?
Go ahead.
8chan was not shut down by the government. They got kicked from Cloudflare. Kiwi Farms looks like it's also going to kick from Cloudflare soon. That's why I did the stream, because they're similar. That's it.
Okay, yeah, my point was simply that I stopped reading it when some characters started talking like they were like a lot of the people on there think they're Marvel comic book characters, and that's really why I stopped. There was a lot of fucking edgelord comments.
That's fair.
From just a bunch of really retarded high school sounding people. Why are we talking about this thread? I thought when
we're not talking about the thread. We're talking about the site in general.
Wait, it's not a thread. Chat one. Shaggy is a faggot.
Okay, that's the sort of contribution.
God damn it, creepy crawler, come back in here because
you can't just duck and run, brother. You piece of shit, you coward. Coward, you can't just come in and call someone a faggot and leave. I mean, you can.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
Yeah.
Not really.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. Don't worry about it.
I don't know what I read. Please type it in the chat, and I will read it out loud
Should
again.
I order a J Balvin
Hey,
meal?
buddy,
Do you guys want to watch me order a
back.
J Balvin meal live?
J Balvin. Lego. And this is my McDonald's
Go to
meal.
DoorDash.com. I'm gonna order a J Balvin.
DoorDash.com/J Balvin meal. All in all caps. I just want to make it like look. There's no sponsorships for the chat. But if you go to J Balvin meal sponsorship, like with DoorDash.com/J Balvin meal sponsorship in all capitals.
Anyway, I've made my point here. Kiwi Farm sucks. I don't think it's real. I don't understand why it got so much.
McDonald's
hold on.
closed. What?
The 5-star
Crawler,
days.
you're in the chat, brother.
That comic was
how are you
pretty
doing?
good.
What's up? I'm doing pretty well.
McDonald's closed.
Other than that,
but you came in here and you swooped on Shaggy.
No, McDonald's can't be closed. What the fuck?
What? Balvin Donald's is closed. Shaggy would get gangster on that dick. Says
I have to go
H
drive
with
in person
Brent.
to McDonald's. Oh fuck, it's over. J Balvin meal, guys. J Balvin.
But the McFlurry is on me.
McFlurry, it's not on me. The McDonald's is closed. It's not even 11 p.m. and I have to go drive to McDonald's to get it. What the fuck, guys?
video games, so you guys do this.
God damn it! This sucks. What the fuck?
America. Bio racist. America is over. McDonald's
is closed.
Also, sorry, I was looking.
I do
for the
not
person
love pedophiles. Shut the fuck up. Stop saying I love pedophiles in the chat. Make your bed, you fat goblin. I'm moving. I'm throwing my bed out. I'm not gonna make it if I'm gonna throw it out.
Fuck. Sorry, I lost track. Also,
read super chats. Hold up. We gotta. We gotta wait $50,000 from Medicare Masochist with the super chat saying he's got a link. He wants me to play this video. We have to watch this video, okay, guys? He paid me $50,000.
It's an epic song
to watch
that involves
this fucking
crabs, and that doesn't relate to Worski's general situation. It's an epic song that involves an epic crab dance. Isn't that right, Gahul? Isn't that right?
Nope.
Isn't that right? It's an even win. It's an even epic Salt Poppy BTFO win.
Big Mac.
We can imagine being someone who would.
There you go.
Salt Poppy.
Medium fries? Corn ketchup.
Oh shit. Just with a picture of the hooligan? Hello, Just. We can't hear you if you have a mic. Of course. Yeah, what's happening, buddy? How you doing, bro?
Get it on the McDonald's app, and McFlurry is on me. I'm loving it.
The McFlurry is on me. Yeah, wait. It's very interesting. You have a picture of Patrick Nelson, the Giga Ogre, the truly balding Baldinock.
Balding. Should I shave my head before I go to Florida? Should I shave my head?
Oh, he is obviously still in the process of balding, dude. Like, his hair is... What do you mean? that isn't how balding
hold
works.
up, I have to unmute this guy.
Not advanced anymore is the thing.
Hey, what's up?
His curse may have abided.
I had you muted the whole time, Just. I'm sorry. I didn't know why I had you muted.
Oh, well, it's fine.
Oh, Chauncey is in here. Hello, Chauncey. Wait, Chauncey and Mormon Shaggy are still in here.
Sorry,
Shaggy,
Just.
are you here? I can't hear you, Shaggy, and I can't hear you, Chauncey. If Gahul is being a fucking perfidious...
I kind of left to play Conan Exiles when...
Shaggy, you sound like you're 15 million miles away from your mic. Pull it up. Pull up to it. Also,
yeah, I mean, I've got a second thing open, so if things get too fucking retarded, I can just go play Conan and keep building my little Viking village. So, like, my whole point is just, yeah.
Chauncey, can you speak? Chauncey, could you speak? Are you here, Chauncey? Hello.
I might go get
you really don't need
in a minute here, guys.
You don't need to hear his Kermit the Frog's
Gahul, you can't deny us the keynote at this moment.
Since he fucking showed up, I do have one point to make in regards to that. Like, my whole point with Warhammer is that if you find him funny and you're gonna bitch about the shit Axel does, I have no fucking time for you. That's my only point with Warhammer, right? All the people who are bitching about who we hang out with in Council of Evil and all this shit that Axel supposedly did, they all will shout Forge Gang, even though, you know, we all know, realistically, the shit Warhammer gets up to. And yeah, Warhammer is crazy.
Hello.
Yes, Warhammer is crazy.
Warhammer is based. Axel's a fucking pedo.
You know, it's
Yeah,
really
he's
weird.
probably an actual fuck. Like, I'm not gonna go that far, but Warhammer is a dude who doesn't fucking have boundaries.
I want
with
to take
kids.
this moment right now, here and now, to completely and totally, in all respects, disavow DJ Axel. He's a piece of shit.
Well, yeah,
He's a liar.
No, DJ.
No.
DJ
Shut
Axel
the
is
fuck up. Shut the fuck up. This is my show.
Yo.
Shut the fuck up. This is my show.
No, DJ Axel's
Going
the
back.
I like to take this moment to totally and completely disavow DJ Axel. A couple months ago, DJ Axel did something terrible and unforgivable, which I will never, ever forgive him for. Me and him and Daimo and Rudy and Mr. Deadman and Surfer were all sitting down to play a game of Civilization 5. And DJ Axel, the coward, the bitch, the faggot that he is, cheated. He cheated in Civ 5. He ruined our gaming night, and he ruined my friendship with him forever. I disavow him in any action he takes, or has taken, or will take. He's a coward, a piece of shit, and a total and complete fucking scumbag. I hate DJ Axel, and I disavow him completely. Thank you.
Oh, I'm doing okay, bro.
Sorry, I did my thing.
No, yeah, you J Belvin did. Like I get it. I get it, Mr. Logan. You're kind of.
Pick up the phone.
Pick up the phone. Oh, that's Warhammer.
I have people.
Oh, Warhammer wants on? Warhammer probably wants on.
He called like the actual call line.
Warhammer being on would be very. Hell yeah. I am very much.
You people
Warhammer
trying to offshoot the truth about lying
how's everybody
about
feeling
audio
at the moment?
track
Creepy
and all
Crawler,
fucking
Woman
my
Shaggy,
channel.
Just.
It's just
I'm
gonna
doing
make
pretty well, man.
things much
How are you
more
doing, bro?
worse. You're going Shaggy's gonna get
I
swatted if
want
he
to
keeps
have.
lying about.
Look, we figure when we come on to these things and we do these things, right, when
look
it's
at,
a
bro.
creative moment and it's something where people will
Nobody
trip the fuck out, right? Like, so I'm I'm feeling pretty good,
and
man.
you're going to
Feeling pretty
justice.
fucking good,
I'm going
Good,
on the kill
good.
stream.
God bless America. God bless everybody who wants to have a little laugh in the chat. I love the chat. Everybody, the Janny and Gahul's chat.
16 hours. Do y'all think we can keep him on a call for 16 hours again?
I just want to say to Warhammer again, I am sorry. I don't really want to imply you're a pedophile, but I did hear the audio of what was in that clip, and I was just trying to relay what I heard. And that is what's in the video. And if you want to prove me wrong, you should just upload the video again. But you won't, because you know I'm right. And when you said, I don't even think that makes you a fucking bad dude or whatever. Like, I get it, you were having a fucking moment, you're having a spur out moment at the fucking kids. But I know what was in the audio, and if you want to re-upload the video and prove me wrong, go right ahead.
Yeah. I don't like.
Go right ahead. If I'm wrong, and I'm like genuinely, I could be remembering it. No, Ghost. I could genuinely be remembering what was said wrong. If that's possible, then I'm sorry.
I think Warhammer could.
Can you just
like,
fucking let me? Can you just fucking let me go for a second? Like, I know this is like actually fucking important.
Sorry.
Just give me a fucking second.
Bro. Yeah, go ahead, my boy.
I'm just saying, you know, if that's not what you said, and I'm not trying to slander you, I'm sorry, you know, if that's not what you said, but I remember that video, I remember you uploaded, and I remember that's what you said in the video. That's all I'm saying. And if you re-upload the video to prove me wrong and spite me, whatever, totally fine, I get it, shit is like that, you know? And I'm not even mad, like, I don't think you're a bad person for doing that, you're fucking just mad at these kids, I don't think that's any fucking besmirchment on your character or whatever, you're just having a fucking moment with these fucking kids on your fucking lawn. I get it. But it was fucking funny, and you did tell them you were gonna fuck them. That's a fact. That's all I'm gonna say.
Fuck them up, right? And I would have fucked them up too because they were being little shitheads.
You told him. He said he was gonna fuck them. Like he was like physically, sexually.
Goes for Niccolo, bro. Like, I mean, he didn't say that.
Like, it's worse than that. It's worse than that.
I'd fuck hell nah. Little shit, you know.
But you know, it's all Shaggy's vendetta, Gahul, and he roped you into it. That's all it is.
That's true. That's fair, and I don't want to be involved in Shaggy's vendetta. And if I'm wrong about it, then I'm sorry. But I don't think I'm wrong. And if you want to prove me wrong, you have to re-upload the video.
Look, to be fair, I don't like Warhammer.
Vendetta, really, faggot, Vendetta. I ain't got who's going with the Vendetta here. Like, really, they come at me fucking.
You have
like, who's the one who's really obsessed with
Shaggy, goddammit.
If these people produced entire fucking shows,
I get
which
it.
you shouldn't
Guys,
parlay to. You shouldn't be parlayed to the he say, she say shit about what the fuck.
No,
this is,
I'm
right?
just saying, like these people fucking like Ghost and
Chauncey.
Yeah,
they come at me and they don't like it when I bite back.
I don't want to get involved in Shaggy and Warhammer. If that's what this is going to turn into, I'm just going to go, by the way.
No, it's not. I'm about to bail anyway. But my whole point is...
run away, Shaggy. Run away, Shaggy, you fucking lying piece of shit.
Shaggy's a fucking faggot.
Yeah. Shaggy's just
for fucking hours. You get all the time in the world to shit on Shaggy. So why are you doing it now that I'm going to close the stream out? Like, if you're going to do this, you should have done this like 20 fucking minutes ago when you were on here with Shaggy. Why are you speaking?
I was muted, you faggot. Why'd you have me muted, faggot?
You didn't have me muted. I did not have you muted. You could have spoken the entire time. I didn't have you muted.
Yeah, I was just sitting there quietly. I was just sitting there quietly on purpose.
Why are you sitting there quietly? If you want to talk shit to Shaggy, you should have talked shit to him. Don't come in here when we're fucking closing the stream out and say that he's a coward for fucking leaving when you fucking could have done shit the whole fucking night. Okay, it's bullshit.
Bitch, you know I was muted. Stop being a pussy, Gahul. Why did you lie?
You weren't fucking muted. Yeah. You weren't muted.
I was muted. I didn't say nothing the whole time. I purposely didn't say nothing the whole time.
You're just fucking bullshitting.
So I was muted.
Don't come in here acting like a fucking tough guy. Don't come in here acting fucking tough guy when you just fucking not.
My mic wasn't working, you fucking faggot.
I want to go at it. You could have done it 20 minutes ago, but you didn't. And now you're fucking coming here like acting like, oh, Shaggy ran away. No, you didn't do shit. You didn't fucking start shit.
No, you're running away too. Look at you, bitch.
Because I want to get fucking McDonald's
at the end of the stream. Spurg, cry more, because you're going down too, you fucking faggot.
Where am I going
you
down
helped
to?
frame Warhammer. You tried to frame Warhammer for pedophile shit that you do.
He did fucking say that shit. He did.
I saw that video and he did not say that. That's why you don't have the real audio.
I saw it uploaded. I saw when it was fucking uploaded. Yeah. That's what the audio was. And you didn't see the video.
You said that Tyler was driving a truck. I saw the video with the audio because Warhammer showed it to me.
I saw the video with the audio too. I watched it when it was uploaded on his channel.
Did I make any noise when I was here? My mic wasn't working, you faggot. That's why I said I was muted.
It wasn't working. Well, I didn't mute
you.
Well,
I'm not saying you muted me.
Your mic's not working. It's different.
I'm not saying you muted me, Gahul. I'm saying I didn't say nothing because I was trying to talk.
I thought you were saying that you were muted. I was like, you didn't have you muted.
Your mic isn't working. You are muted.
That's
your
why I
mic isn't working. You are muted. If your mic isn't working, you are muted.
Yeah, if your mic isn't, to be fair, that doesn't mean you're muted. It just means your mic doesn't work, which is a different situation. Well, sorry.
Yeah, well, but I'm just saying, I didn't sit here not saying nothing the whole time. I was trying to talk, and I had to leave because I was like, what the fuck? Nobody can hear what I'm saying?
Yeah, because the mic wasn't working. Yeah, well, I'm sorry. Go ahead with Shaggy. Go on. I'm not getting involved, though.
However...
Chauncey, tell us about that suspect.
Shamu lied.
Landrian died. Tell me about the server, Shaggy.
Discord server.
How many restraining orders do you have to get into Mormon heaven? That's all I want to know.
How many?
In the chat,
I don't know. It's my opinion only.
Powder and H with
how many restraining orders do I need to get into Mormon heaven?
I would say that if you file a restraining order, that makes you a bitch. That's my
opinion. How many do I need? How many do I need to get?
20.
Shaggy won. Hey, you heard Shaggy won. He's a low counter. I do got a question for you, Gahul. I do got a question for Gahul.
Yeah, what's up?
How did you cut your grass without touching it?
What?
How did you cut your grass without touching it?
With a mower.
Surfer wanted to know. Yeah, but you're touching it. Did you use weed killer?
No, I.
How do you cut grass without touching it?
Wait, how do you touch grass?
I used a riding mower because I'm
lazy. How do you cut grass without touching it?
I used a riding mower because I'm lazy. I used a riding mower.
Well,
are you a Cub cadet?
Those 0 turns,
what?
bro.
Yeah, Cub Cadet. You got one of them zero-turn mowers?
I don't know. It's got a wheel. It turns.
Oh
What
man.
about a weed whacker?
I got a weed whacker.
Why don't you just spray weed killer on?
Sensitive voice.
Because it's a
Something
big.
sensitive voice.
I actually can't spray weed killer on my lake cabin because it goes against zoning ordinances with the fucking like watershed. I'm not allowed to.
It'll change your life, Gahul. I'm serious.
Well, Surfer was asking that. He was wondering how you cut your grass without touching it. So
that's how I do it. What was your question, Ghost? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, man. What was that, Ghost?
Oh, no, I was saying to just take out a loan, man, and get a zero turn. It'll change your life.
Well, I'm moving to Florida anyway, so it's not going to be much use to me now anyways, but I will do that if I need in the future.
Doc!
You could also invest in goats. Just put them out on your property.
That's
Lay down
smart.
grass for you.
Yeah, maybe you can rent some goats off of Shaggy, the goat fucker.
Yeah. It's over for me? Oh.
It's over.
You still got a little bit of hair left, buddy.
I'm gonna shave it, I think. I think that the chat has voted, and I'm gonna vote. I'm gonna
You should start wearing cowboy hats while you're in Florida.
That'd be pretty cool.
Zero turn in Florida?
You should just start wearing hats in general, Gahul.
Maybe that's smart. I should wear a hat right now. I got a hat. Give me a second.
You got a Tim Pool beanie hat? You gonna start wearing beanies like Tim Pool?
Coat.
I'm the captain now, motherfucker.
Tim Pool. Who is Tim Pool? I don't know Tim. Who's Tim Pool?
Welcome. This is Captain Nelson reporting in from.
Looks much better.
Fuck is Tim Pool, man? Like, is no one gonna tell me? Am I gonna be sad?
He's a YouTuber who's gay.
I love the hat, man. It's
He's
great.
a guy that always wears a hat.
He wears a beanie.
Oh well,
you never see him without a hat on.
It's Captain Nelson reporting in. I see content. I see upon the horizon. Hard to starboard away from gay drama shit. Yeah.
Just wear a different hat every stream.
If Godwinson wants to call in, he can call in. I don't care.
Look, I saw that video with the audio, and that's like, you guys are missing $100. Shit.
Oh, don't mind if I do.
If I
What's my
misinterpreted
name?
it, then I'm
Albus
sorry.
Interchino.
But I saw when I saw the video, I just remember him saying like the line, like "I'm gonna fuck you, kid."
Look,
if I was wrong, if I was, I don't think that makes him a pedophile. By the way, I know he said that. I just thought he was having a fucking moment. He was just yelling at the guy. That's what I think.
Yeah, he said I was gonna fuck you up. He meant I'm gonna fuck you up. He might have had like an autistic tick when he's like, "I'll fuck you and fuck you up." But he wasn't like trying to chase down little kids.
I'm aware of that. Like the kid.
It wasn't little kids driving a pickup truck. Like Shaggy's trying to say that there was toddlers driving a pickup truck.
It wasn't a toddler. No, it was like
I know.
It was like a 15.
That's what I mean.
He looked very young to be driving. He was maybe 13 years old, but he was definitely like within like the point where he could reach the fucking gas pedals.
Yeah,
but
he was spinning his tires and shit in front of Warhammer's house. Like he was outside, they were spinning their tires and
I can understand that.
Warhammer was like, "Fuck out of here, asshole."
Also, this means when you
Shaggy can't be trusted
in front of somebody's house. You got to pipe them in
you're the one who lies about what servers you're in, Chauncey. I don't lie about what servers I'm in.
Yeah, you do. Then name a server. You can't even name a server, Shaggy. You say I'm in all these servers, but you won't name one. That's your excuse. That's an excuse. Name one server that was in. That's sus. Name one.
I don't know. You're the one who admitted it. You're the one who fucking admitted it. I don't obsessively watch this
Shaggy
shit.
said I was in DJ Axel's server. That's probably the only server I never been in.
I didn't say it was DJ Axel's server.
You changed it now. You changed it because Axel's your only buddy now.
You're the one who.
But before you were saying it was his server.
Is occurring in this moment.
Oh, I really don't give a fuck about you. In fact, I'm likely to confuse you with someone else.
Hey Shaggy, did you win? You're on Kiwi Farms now. You're a locale now. He's a locale. Shaggy's a locale now.
Why do you sound like Kermit the Frog?
Shaggy's a locale now, guys. Shaggy's a locale. He's on Kiwi Farms.
Shaggy, we hope esoteric Shaggy is on the case.
Shaggy's a locale. He won. Shaggy's a Christian. He won.
If I'm a lolcow, why are you so boring? You haven't managed to produce any fucking good content.
How come you haven't been streaming? Did your dad finally put his foot down? Because he don't want no more pizza? Where you been the past couple days?
There's literally nothing to talk about. What do you want me to
I don't even make content, you faggot! You're telling me why don't I make? I'm so boring. I don't even stream.
No, I'm asking why you sound like Kermit fucking Frog. I'm asking why you sound like fucking Frog.
Why do you sound like you're on fucking hormone replacement therapy?
Yeah, what do you
That's great. That's great. But why do you
time
sound
where
like
they need him most.
Why do you sound like you were
vanished.
created by? Why do you sound like you have Jim Hansen?
That's better than Avatar.
I don't know. Maybe because I have an Adam's apple, unlike you little twink faggot.
I don't think so, dude. From what I hear, you have man tits because you're on fucking pills for your schizophrenia. That's what Bells told
pills? What pills?
Bells told me he said you have
Bells and Nevermore. But, are you getting married to Bells and Nevermore?
Oh no!
You're the one who cries to her every time you get butthurt on the internet. You're the one.
You're so mad. You're so mad. I stole your pagan waifu. I stole your pagan girlfriend.
I'm gonna go to sleep, guys. I hope you all have a good night.
Look how he whites
night. You're the one dating Bells.
I'll talk to you all later.
All you can do is white knight. You're using Bells and Nevermore for a win on the internet.
Later. I'll see y'all when I'm in Florida.
Gahul, you really need to stop associating with this faggot.
I'm going to sleep.
This guy's gonna bring you down, Gahul.
Good night, everyone.